One.
Guys, today we're working on the Gravely Zero Turn. It's the HD60. It's model number 991166. These Gravely's have really terrible parking brakes. This is the parking brake assembly. We had to make some adjustments. There's some people that say they can make adjustments without taking the gas tank out, but I mean, 10 minutes you can take the gas tank out. It's not really a big deal. And there's no way for you to take the pins out and to take the rods out to make the adjustments that you need to without taking the gas tank out. Be careful when you're pulling the gas tank out because there's a little rubber seal right here. Don't try to pull out the seal. Just disconnect it from the hose because that seal was dry rotted, and when I pulled it up, the seal broke and it was leaking fuel out of it. So to make the adjustment, it's really simple. There's only 18,000 adjustments that you have to make. But first I pulled this pin out with the little rod, and that goes to your lever down here. And I adjusted that all the way out. Pretty much there's about maybe 1/4 inch of thread showing on the bottom. And I had to take this bolt, pop this off. This guy right here, the nut that was supposed to be on the back of here, didn't have a nut on it at all. And you can see this is the tension spring. So when you pull it tight, it puts a little pressure on it. So when you release it, so I had to put a new nut on here, and I put some sealant on it, little RTV sealant, so that it didn't come off because it's loose, and there's a lock washer on there, but it's not gonna hold if I don't put something on there like a cotter pin or something. It really should have a cotter pin, but it doesn't, so I put some RTV sealant on there to keep it from spinning. I actually put 2 nuts on there first, and after a couple hours of use, both nuts actually rattled off. So then I went down here and I made my adjustment. Here. Which is over here. Oh, there. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
I didn't know you wanted me to.
So I made that adjustment.
I didn't know you wanted me to move.
This right here. Made my adjustment right here, and I tightened this up a little bit to take some of the slack out of this cable, because even when I would pull it tight, it was not. It wasn't really tight. And then I made this adjustment over here on both sides, which is this one here. This is the actual lever adjustment. You can see where I marked it, and I turned it down about 2 threads on each side, and that got it pretty much solid. I think once I get on and set the brake and it's running, I don't think it's gonna rattle down, and I think it's gonna hold the wheels from moving. One issue that I did have with the lawnmower, I would have it on the back of the trailer, and the parking brake wouldn't set. And there's been a couple times where it actually rolled off of the trailer while I was going down the road, and it just spun in circles. So, you know, Gravely should really fix these parking brakes, because I've never seen one that didn't have a parking brake issue. I don't know why they're not set correctly from the factory, but it's definitely something that I, will look at if I ever consider buying another lawnmower. So far the mower's been pretty, it's been pretty reliable. It's solid like a tank, and I mean like a tank, like if you hit a bump with it, I hope you have health insurance, because I mean, my God, my spinal cord and all the discs from like 6 all the way down through 13 are completely shot. Just from bouncing on this fucking thing like this all goddamn day, and you hit a bump, fucking seat. It's solid, rigid seat. I guess you don't pay a little extra money. I actually priced a commercial seat, one that has little shock absorbers in it. They wanted $1,200 for a seat. I told them I'd rather spend $1,200 getting back surgery for all my vertebrae that are damaged. Kawasaki motor, it's got an FR730V. It's okay. I already had to replace 2 heads on it because the valves were bent. And it has 486 hours now. I had to replace both heads on the Kawasaki motor at about 280 hours. So really low hours. I shouldn't have had to do head work on it, but I did replace all the valves and the heads on it. And I'll show you over here. Right here. You can see where I did, I had to put new heads on it on the other side. The head jobs were easy. I didn't have to pull the motor out. I didn't have to disconnect the pulleys or anything. I just took the cover off and took the cover off this way, and I could pull the heads in both directions. Another thing about the Graveleys, these are made of a extremely durable plastic. And by extremely durable, I mean when my drive belt broke last time, it sheared both of my plastic fans off of the drive gears, so I had to replace both of those. And I think I paid about $200 for these wonderful little plastic fan blades. And I had to pull the gas tank to replace those and do the drive belt. The lights, which I paid aftermarket, they were like $900 aftermarkets for some LED lights. I'll show you right around here.
I thought you said smelly lights.
These LED lights, they stopped working. If I hit this button, like, you know, I have to play with the button. The button's garbage. If you look right here, this is supposed to be, you know, like factory installed with the LEDs, but this switch is bad and this LED doesn't work anymore. Oh, the seat, because these are so rigid, and I mean fucking rigid, this, you know, bounces back and forth. This actually broke. You can see where so that always feels really good when you're bouncing around. But other than that,
The seat, we know about the seat.
but other than that, the drive deck, it was made of a 5-iron. I think it's a 9-iron. It's supposed to be indestructible. Well, I had to replace the deck about 100 hours in when I fucking railed a stump. It bent the whole deck and spindles and everything. So I put a new deck. It's a brand new deck a few hundred hours ago. New spindles, new blades. I had to add the aftermarket chute because it sprays grass. I mean, it's ass, gas, and grass. So when you have it open, I mean, it shoots grass for a mile. It's got some power. I mean, it does cut. It does a good job. I do like it. It's a great mower. But I had to put this on because my grandma was out working in the yard and I shot grass all over. She was so mad. She was like, so I put this chute on here so I can block the chute whenever I don't want to pelt grandma with rocks. Oh, the battery. Let me show you this battery connection. That's hail.
That is.
It's hail outside. This battery is fucking retarded. It's worse than it's worse than the awesome seat, because this here, I have it zip tied right now. I don't know if you can see the zip ties, but I have it actually zip tied in here because this brace doesn't hold the battery taut. This is bad. This is terrible. This is even worse. So the battery slides back and it actually comes in contact with the fan blades. And I've replaced about 3 batteries before I realized that what was happening. But the fan was putting a hole inside the battery and it would destroy the battery. And it was just from the battery sliding back and coming in contact with the wonderful plastic fan blades. The pulleys are shit. The bearings are shit. They're supposed to be lifetime, but the life's not very long, I guess. So anyways, Gravely, it's a solid machine. It's a tank. I mean, it really is. I think, I fucking railed a couple stumps and curbs and
People.
put grandma in the hospital, but I mean, it's a lawnmower, so will I buy another one? Probably not. I think there's better options out there. Even my Chinese World Lawn is pretty decent. So anyways, I'm gonna get this gas tank back together. I got my seal I'm gonna put in here. Show you the seal. I had to order this seal off of
So how would you feel
Off of
if I told
Craigslist.
you we had to do it all over again?
I-
I'm not recording.
I got this seal off of Craigslist. It's slightly used, but I'm just gonna put that in there and put the tube down through the hole in the sock.
Our slightly used seal is a sock.
But yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna throw her back together and give her hell. Thanks for viewing. Don't forget to like and slap my daughter.